AI isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. It's here. And for communication professionals, it's a seriously powerful new force. So the real question isn't if you should use it, it's how you can harness it to create your most impactful work yet. I love how the source material for this explainer puts it. It asks you to imagine your team as this world-class orchestra, just filled with incredible talent. But here's the catch. Instead of playing these beautiful symphonies, your best musicians are stuck spending most of their time just tuning instruments and organizing sheet music. Sound familiar? And that, right there, leads us to the big question we're tackling today. How do you automate all of that tedious setup work so your team can finally focus on what they do best, delivering those spectacular performances? To get there, we need a plan, not just random experiments, but a clear, actionable framework. And that's where the ACT strategy comes in. It's a simple guide to help you aspire boldly, choose strategically, and tune continuously as you start to really harness the power of AI.
So pretty simple, right? ACT stands for those three essential steps: aspire boldly, choose strategically, and tune continuously. Let's actually break down what each of these really means in practice.
First up, A is for aspire boldly. And look, this isn't about making tiny little improvements. It's about setting truly transformational goals. So think bigger. Don't just imagine a faster press release. Imagine a world where you get approvals in 48 hours, or you can respond to a crisis in just 5 minutes. That's the level we're talking about. Okay, next up, C for choose strategically. Once you have that big, bold vision, you've got to decide where to start. And the key here is to go deep on one thing, transform one process completely instead of making a bunch of small, scattered improvements everywhere. And just know this part might feel a little messy at first, and that's totally okay. That's just part of innovation. And that brings us to T for tune continuously. Listen, AI is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. It's constantly evolving, and your approach has to evolve with it. This means you need to set up clear metrics, have regular review cycles, and just keep adapting. What feels tricky today will probably be second nature tomorrow. Okay, so that's the strategy. Now let's get into the good stuff. Let's look at our first practical application and see how this all comes together, supercharging your workflow and turning hours of painful work into, well, minutes. And get this is what's so incredible. Teams that are using AI for really basic stuff like recapping meetings or transcribing interviews are saving an average of 5 hours per person every single week. I mean, think about that. That's time you get back to actually focus on crafting great stories. And hey, it's not just about raw speed, it's also about getting way more clarity. AI can take a super dense technical term like zero trust architecture and, just like that, turn it into a simple, powerful analogy. Being able to bridge that gap between your experts and your audience, that is a total game changer for storytelling. And here is a true game changer. Think about how we used to do this. Translating content into a bunch of different languages was the slow, painful, repetitive task. Now, a single prompt gets you quality drafts in seconds. Your global teams can actually review all the translations side by side, all in one document. It's amazing. Okay, so beyond just pure efficiency, AI is also becoming this incredible creative co-pilot, helping you get from that terrifying blank page to a genuine breakthrough idea. I absolutely love this analogy from the source material. It says that creative ideas are like diamonds, and sometimes you just need the right tools to mine them from the rough. Well, AI is quickly becoming that collaborative tool for all of us. And here is a perfect example of that in action, the content multiplier. You can take a single piece of content, let's say a detailed blog post, and with just one prompt, AI can spin it out into all these different formats: LinkedIn posts, X threads, a video script, even an email for your execs. And it's not just for text either. Check this out. It's a real-world example. For the Microsoft Build conference, the team used a simple prompt to turn a photo into a Minecraft-style character. I mean, the result was playful, it was perfectly on brand, and it just resonated instantly with their audience. All right, let's pivot to our third big benefit, using AI to make smarter, more informed decisions. Honestly, the best way to think about this is like upgrading from an old-school paper map to a GPS. You're still the one driving, but now you have real-time data to help you navigate whatever comes your way. Now, a really big part of this is knowing the difference between quick research and deep research. A simple AI query, yeah, it'll give you a fast answer. But deep research mode, that's like having an experienced analyst who digs through tons of sources, spots trends, and pieces together a full report that used to take days.
So, what if you could take all that power and use it for preparation? I mean, really think about this. What if you could anticipate and even stress test your response to a crisis before it ever happens?
This is exactly what we're talking about. AI becomes your practice partner. You can use it to brainstorm crisis scenarios you hadn't even thought of, role-play tough media interviews, or rehearse Q&As for your spokespeople. It helps your team build that critical muscle memory and confidence before the real pressure is on.
Okay, so this brings us to the final and maybe the most important point. Your AI journey starts now, but it's really crucial to see it as an ongoing path of learning and adapting, not some final destination you just arrive at. And if there's one single thing you take away from this whole explainer, please let it be this. It is not human versus AI. It is human plus AI. It's a collaboration where AI is the tool, but you, the communicator, you hold the creative vision.
And as you're getting started on this journey, just remember, failed experiments are not losses. Think of them as rehearsals for when the technology finally catches up to your amazing vision. You have to embrace the learning process. It's all part of it. So I'm going to leave you with a direct, actionable question. Now that you have the ACT strategy and you've seen the possibilities for your workflow, your creativity, and your decision-making, what workflow will you transform first?